look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to discuss with you about is about how delusional women are when it comes to their education, in my most humble opinion. I will be talking about black women in particular in this episode, because I knew it was bad when it came to women saying I have a degree in this field or that field, therefore I'm hyper independent and I don't need no man. I knew they felt some type of security in that, but I didn't realize just how far the rabbit hole went down until I ran across this clip. So I'm going to be providing statistical data on top of this one clip, because this one clip is enough, trust me, to show you just how delusional our modern day women is, in my most humble opinion. And this is for educational purposes, of course. Hold on right quick, y'all, as I go ahead and put it up on your screen. I hope you're ready for this one right here, because it is a doozy. Let's get it.
This is why I will not marry an uneducated man, and you should not either. This past month, I posted a few videos talking about why it's very important, not only as a woman, to invest in a college education and building your mind to function at a higher intellectual level, but also why it's dangerous to not only date, marry, and create children with men who are not college educated. And I noticed the amount of men, uneducated men especially, who were triggered by my videos, and that is even all the more reason why I'm telling you women to close your legs to uneducated men. Not just men who are also broke, but stay away from a man who undermines the value of investing and going to get a degree to invest in his intellect, to have the...
Okay, let's start with this right quick before I bring you with the numbers. Either this woman is trolling because she got a TikTok where she talks about stuff like that. As you can already tell, she talks down on men who don't have degrees, right? Before I go into this and let her continue, I want you to notice her. Just look at her. Is there anything on her that says that she's educated, or is there anything you see on her that says that she got good money? When you look at the video, she's in an apartment. That's not a home. She's wearing a Walmart outfit. It looked like them pants came from Goodwill, in my most humble opinion. That look like fake costume jewelry that's around her neck. And it looks like she's holding a wine glass that is halfway filled with lemonade. There's no buzz, you know what I'm saying? There's no bubbles or anything in that thing, okay? So let's continue.
Have the class and sophistication to expand his mind, to be able to articulate himself across a variety of subjects. And a lot of people are going to say, well, you can do that at home. Or a lot of men in my comments were trying to inform me that, oh, well, I know a lot of millionaires and billionaires who didn't go to college and they're college dropouts, so you don't need a degree to be successful. So let me tell you the numbers on how many millionaires and billionaires as well have college degrees. If you look up the Forbes 400 list, guess how many people on that list of the 400 most wealthy Americans have at least a bachelor's degree? I'll let you take a guess. 344 of the 400. 86%. That is an overwhelming number of the wealthiest people in America who invested in their education and being powerful in their mind. And 88% of millionaires have at least a bachelor's. What the hell?
Okay, now I'm gonna hit you with the statistics. First, let me say this, because this is such a dumb clip. I'll probably be doing a live stream covering this particular subject to let you know. And I will show you the information, but let me tell you some of the information that I'm gonna show on the live stream. The live stream is this, man. When it comes to black American men, African American people, there's less than 2 million millionaires in America currently right now. It's not that many of us that are millionaires, okay? That she's talking about all these millionaires, she's talking about everybody, but when it comes to the black people, it's less than 2 million. Now let me go ahead and prove some other stuff to you. Let me read this to you, some statistical data about this situation. Now, according to Cengage.com, it says, of all persons 25 and older earning bachelor degrees or higher, 40.8% were white males, while only 28.4% were black males. And this was a recent one for December 8, 2023. Now remember, she said she won't date or marry a man who doesn't have a degree. So I did the math on that. So if you were to take, it's rounded off to 28% to the 28.4%. Out of 100%, if you deduct 28% out of 100%, that leaves the remainder of 72%. So she already have disqualified possibly great men by 72%. Okay, by 72%, men don't qualify for her. Now let's keep going a little bit further. I'm going to show you something else. Now, according to this statistic right here, it says, according to the JBHE.com, that there are 1,874,000 black women with a bachelor's degree compared to 1,341,000 black men. See, it's not as much as people want you to think. Now, I did the math with that. When you deduct 1,341,000 from 1,874,000, you come up with the number of 533,000. So it's over a little over half a million women have degrees. They talk as if it's like a gazillion amount of women in the black community that have degrees, bachelor's or higher. That isn't true, okay? Now let's go to this right here. Look at this. I got different sources here. According to blackdemographics.com, 8% of black men in the United States have an associate degree, which is the same percentage as all men. So that's everybody, okay? White, whatever. Now look at here. It says, however, other sources report different numbers, and these are the different sources. The Census Bureau says that 10.5% of people in 2022 had an associate degree as their highest level of education, okay? That's people all together. That's not just the black folk, it's everybody together, right? Now, according to CNN, 35% of black Americans have an associate degree or higher. So you know what I did? I did my numbers again. Now, let's go back to what blackdemographics.com said. They said 8% of black men in America have an associate's degree. So if you deduct 8% from 100%, that leaves you with 92%. So then if you go by that number, that means that 92% of all black men don't have a chance with her. Do you realize how many men in that number, 92%, might be the best man for her, but because of this high, unrealistic standard, I call it a demand, it's not even a standard, but because she called it a standard, she probably will die alone. Now, we go to CNN, when it said 35% of black Americans have an associate degree or higher, I did the math on that. If you deduct 35% from 100%, that leaves you with 65%. So the numbers are not working for her favor, okay? You got your 72% if she got a bachelor's. You got your 92% if they got a associate. These are a group of men that she can't qualify. 72% of men, 92% of men with associates, 65%. Think about what I'm saying, man. So this is why a lot of you women cannot get a good man, because your standards are so unrealistic. These men that you're looking for don't even exist. And I'm gonna tell you something about the millionaires that she's talking about, which I will cover in more detail on the live stream. They don't want you. They don't want you. You mean to tell me these type of men who make all this money that you're talking about with these higher levels of education ain't picking you? Because you don't have she's not married, y'all. She got a ring on here and a ring there. She's not married, but she's trying to tell women, don't get with men who do not have an education. Can you make that make sense to me? Now let's continue on with the nonsense that she's spewing. Let's get it.
And 88% of millionaires have at least a bachelor's. What the hell does that tell you? All these guys out here who are like, well, I'm gonna make it big. I don't need to, go to college. Those same guys are at the level in life they're at because of their low intellect. Why would you want to trap yourself with someone like that? Why do you think I'm telling people on this app, get your education? And if you're a man watching this and you're uneducated, get your ass in class. Get your degree. Become a better member of society. Ladies, why do you think the Taliban in Afghanistan is trying to prevent women from being educated? Why do you think society has tried to keep women from being able to have intellectual power? It is a power, and I am someone who has a powerful mind. I am someone who is strong and articulate, and I take a lot of pride in that. And I will not tie myself down with a man who has not done his due diligence to educate himself and go to a higher institution and better his mind. Not just
This woman just called y'all. She just called y'all unintelligent, basically calling y'all stupid. That's what she's saying. This woman right here, this musty back heifer right here. And what's so scary about this is she's not married. She made that abundantly clear in the beginning. I would not marry a man. I would not, if he don't have an education, la, 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 la. Okay. Why is she telling people to get a man that's educated when it's not working for her? Can y'all make that make sense to me, man? Because that don't make any sense to me. It don't make no sense. And look, if you had a man who was a millionaire or well off and all this stuff that she's talking about, you think he's going to be happy with you on TikTok making TikToks like this? He wouldn't want his woman out there parading herself like this out there because there's no credentials behind her. She just running her mouth and saying that she know this and know that. She's not in anything. No one respects her. No one knows her. You get what I'm saying? But there's going to be some musty back heifer who's going to listen to her because musty back heifers follow musty back heifers. They just do that. She looks broke. Her wig about to come off her head right now where that big forehead is. That's not a forehead. That's a 12 head. That's how wide that is. Do you see what I'm saying? It is a tragedy, sorry, for women to be saying this type of stuff. Now, I just gave you the numbers. I even broke it down, did deductions and everything, showing you why the dating market is difficult for these women because of their delusion. Let's keep going.
Just his wallet, but also his mind. This man is going to represent you in society. This man is going to potentially raise your future children, and you do not want to allow someone who does not value education to be a representative of who you are, your family, and to raise your future family. My mind is the most precious thing I've invested most of my money into at this point in my life. It is sexy, it is powerful, it is filled with knowledge, and it functions at a higher level of consciousness because I went to college to learn how to do that. I spent 4 to 5 years not just going to get a job, that was important, but it's about being educated because you know fucking what? Once you have that diploma, nobody can take away from you learn that knowledge. No.
This bimbo right here. Yeah, they can't take away your diploma. Yeah, they can't take away the knowledge, but they can still fire your ass. It happens all the time. All types of layoffs, all type of cutbacks, even for white-collar workers who have to be let go of. Only the essential personnel can remain. You women don't have any life experience whatsoever. You haven't went through hard times or really seen people suffer who worked at jobs at factories, for example, for 15, 20 years. And next day, you know, they go to the job and the doors won't open because they ran out of business. They didn't know about it. Just boom, it happened to them. Okay. It happened to people who are also white collar workers too, who there's no real such thing as job security unless you work for yourself. And even then it's hard. It still might be a little struggle to keep that going. But when you're working for somebody else, man, there's really no such thing as job security because anything can happen. The higher ups could be making decisions that's going to mess up their business, which is going to mess up your stream of income because you're working for them. I don't know why people ain't teaching these people this stuff in schools, man. I really don't get that. And if you ain't noticed, she ain't took one sip yet of that lemonade in that wine glass she got. Because that is not no lemonade. I mean, ain't no wine, man. That's not Riesling. That's not dry. That definitely ain't red. Can y'all tell me what's in that glass? When have you seen some wine or champagne or anything like that color? You can't even see through it. Man, she up there fronting, man. She false flagging, man. She faking the funk. It's all of that, man. Let's keep going, though.
Nobody can take away the fact that you earned and you invested in your mind. And that is powerful. And it tells you a lot about a person who spent time doing due diligence, investing a probably large amount of money, or depending on how much scholarship money you had, right? But it's just the time. You're honing your brain. You're training your neural pathways to critically think at a certain level of intelligence. That is fucking powerful. I could never be with a man who has not invested himself in that way. And if you're a woman and maybe you haven't done that yet, I am telling you, please go get your degree. It will change everything about the way you are able to move in the world. Why do you think they tried to keep women from being able to get an education for so long? Why do you think they try to keep certain groups from knowing to be able to articulate themselves, advocate for themselves, to have a wide, vast knowledge of certain subjects? Because it is power. It is power when you know how to wield your mind in a certain way. Why do you think the Taliban doesn't want women to be able to get their degrees at universities in Africa?
I'll tell you why. I don't know why she keep bringing up Taliban, but I'm gonna tell you why. It ain't about the education. It's about their westernized state of mind. Don't think that people in other countries are not looking at American women and seeing what education is doing to these women. Women like her who get a little education, if she got any, begin to think that they too big for their britches. They start to think that they are equal to or better than a man, and they begin to be disrespectful. People from other ethnic groups, I don't know why she keeps saying Taliban, but it just say that, but they don't want to deal with that. It's not because they want slaves. They just want submissive women that they can get along with. It doesn't mean that they're abusive. I'm talking about people from ethnic groups from outside the country, because there are some that they don't mind them getting education or being educated. They just don't want them to have that westernized Babylonian mentality that we see in America here, in the West. That's what that is. It ain't got nothing to do with that. They want women to be traditional, because when you give women a little bit of power, just a little bit, they just go crazy. You see how she's talking about men right now? You ain't got no intellect. You got no. They don't want that. Nobody wants that in other countries. That's why. That's why they don't push education as strongly as people down here in America do, because they realize what's going to happen. These women are not going to be cooperative. They're going to have hell. They don't want that. And I can't blame these people for that. We don't want that. We are so sick and tired of women saying, I'm educated, I got a house. But they're not telling you that they got thousands and thousands and thousands of student loan debt. They're not telling you that their house is about to be foreclosed. They're not telling you that they live in check to check. They're not telling you that they're barely hanging on financially to keep that house and stuff, to keep up their appearance. They're not telling you that. And foolish women don't think to ask those type of questions. All they do is look at women who they think, quote unquote, are successful, but don't realize how they're struggling. And that's something. Let's keep going. Must the back help us.
Afghanistan. Be smart. Stay away from the broke men and the uneducated men, and get your degree if you have it, ladies. Leave me in the comments with your thoughts, stories, personal opinions. We love to hear them here.
Boy. The women that we have today, goodness gracious, y'all. How you like them apples, boy? We going through it with these women, man. We're not, like I always say, we going through it. We ain't going with the proper way. We ain't gonna say with the R through. We going through. We gonna keep it hood and gangster. We through with you women. We through with all this nonsense. We going through it with you. Yeah, if y'all didn't get a chance to check out my live stream last Sunday, it was a really good live stream with the viral lady known as Soraya Brooks. Y'all call her the German woman, the German lady, who y'all keep saying that she said black women ain't no competition. It was a very, very, very good, informative, and funny and educational, whatever, live stream. I think y'all might like it. If you haven't seen it, go to my live stream from last Sunday. I think you like it. Even I liked it, you know what I mean? I hardly ever watch my live streams over and shit, but I watched it a couple times. I kind of think it was pretty good. A lot of people seem to think that too. So I might do a pop-up live stream. I'll let y'all know, because this woman really motivated me to do it. I'm going to talk about something else, but I see that I might really need to talk more about that. I think that's what I'm going to have to do, because that was just straight foolishness. I think y'all agree with that, right? Well, anyway, y'all be safe. Y'all take it easy. I'll talk to you later now, you hear?